There was a Jalen Duren run that I do kind of want to put on the screen as well. Now, this was a couple of drives and then a crap load of 3-pointers. So I'll put it on the screen so people can see it. But he actually did change trainers too, which I was kind of surprised to see. Changed to Damian Lillard's trainer, Phil Beckner. He used to work out with the Guard Whisperer, which was like Evan Mobley's trainer. So I don't really know if he just wanted to work on something different with this trainer. But when you kind of look at this, like I tweeted it, like I just don't see JB letting Duren shoot that many threes in a game. What about you?
So this is the thing about I think I feel like every fan base and every community goes through like this conversation with the big who's trying to shoot threes. And it comes like the part of this that doesn't, why I don't really care about him shooting threes is that like how many possessions throughout a game would you rather see JD pop to the 3-point line instead of rolling to the basket, using that gravity to get a finish at the rim, a lob, forcing help defenders to rotate and create open threes beyond the arc? It's like what he would have to get to, like what level would he have to get to as a 3-point shooter to where you say it's more beneficial for him to shoot threes instead of rolling all the way to the basket and using his unbelievable finishing ability, his unbelievable hands, his unbelievable finishing on lobs, his ability to be at his gravity as a roll man to create open threes for teammates. Like what I don't know if there's any situation where I'm like, oh, I'd rather see JD try to shoot a 3 at 31%. I think that's a better trade-off than having him just roll to the basket and just dominate doing that. Like it doesn't, I don't think he'll ever get to the point where that trade-off is really worth it. I also don't think he really needs to shoot threes. Like, it's fine if he's training and working on them. Like we see everyone try to like work on him. I think would be even more impactful for him is just his ability to hit like a face-up jumper. Now, I don't want him to be like trying to shoot high volume face-up jumpers, but like just keeping the defense honest to where you can hit that elbow jumper. Like if you get one of his isolations and they're just backing up, he can just hit it. I don't want him shooting like 5 of them a game. Like I don't want that. But like if you can just have the defense to where they respect that, now his strengths really open up even more. The ability to drive to the basket, get all the way there, to be able to use his quickness to get around slower guys, use his power to get around, not as strong guys. Like, I think it just opens up more. I think that would be more beneficial to him. I also think a floater would be very beneficial to him, kind of like Isaiah Hartenstein, but I think Claxton has one as well. There's a few guys that are able to just kind of stop when the defense is really like waiting for him at the rim. They're able to stop 5 to 6 feet from the rim, just like do a push floater. I think that would be nice too. It's the same kind of thing, not to the same extent, but like the same kind of talk we just had with Asar. Like there's like multiple other things that like I would rather see JD improve on before we start talking about should he be shooting threes. Like his handle, like we saw a few in there. I'd like to see his handle get tight because that was one of the main reasons why I think his offense disappeared in the playoffs. He started getting his pocket picked because he kept going to the same move, his crossover. And once that got taken away, he didn't really have another counter. I think that kind of shook him a little bit and he didn't know where to really go to next. And I think that really put a lot of pressure on him and he didn't know the answers to. I think him getting more of a tight handle and having more moves to his handle would give him more of the answers to the test to where he can feel confident and not feeling like, oh my God, they've taken this away. Now what do? I don't really know what to go to here. And he starts forcing things. So handle, the push shot, mid-range, like I think all of that's more important than him shooting threes.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with him like practicing shooting. The way JB likes the bigs, like they're in the paint. Like Isaiah Stewart shot 38% during the Monty year, which I thought was a bright spot of that season. But Stu barely shot threes, and he's a much better shooter than Jalen Duren currently is, and you didn't really get to see that. You saw it a little bit towards the end of the season, even in the playoffs a little bit. But JB likes his bigs to play in the painted area, which is just kind of like a philosophy as a coach. I get it. But I'd be more interested if, like, to your point, like if the defense is sagging off of him a little bit, hit those mid-range jump shots. I feel like the one game where he really displayed this past season of his shooting was very early on against I want to say it was the Indiana Pacers, and he was going up against Jay Huff, and you saw the mid-range, you saw the flashes there. I'd be more interested of just like, a good 12 to 15 foot jump shot or, focusing more on a go-to move in the post, because we saw it in the Orlando series. Once they packed the paint and it took away his handle, like There was a lot of turnovers. He was very frustrated, didn't really know what to do, and they kept force feeding him, and the same result kept happening.
Yeah, I think for me, again, he would have to get to such a level as a 3-point shooter for it to be worth the trade off of him rolling to the basket and just creating opportunities there. Like I'm not comparing him to this guy, but it was the same like conversation I had when people would talk about Andre Drummond back in his prime with the Pistons. Like, again, Andre Drummond is literally one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Like, that's one of the main parts of the Pistons offense, that he generates second chance points. Why would you want him spotting up instead of at the rim trying to get offensive rebounds? Like, is he going to shoot 40%? Like, if he's going to do that, then sure. But if he's going to shoot 32% from three, it's not worth it for him to waste those possessions doing that. And instead of doing what he's great at, same kind of thing with Duren. Duren's one of, if not the best lob threat in the NBA. He was one of the best, if not the best, second chance put back offensive rebound guys in this league. He's one of the best finishers at his position. He has incredible strength. He has incredible hops. That's where he feasts. That's what makes him dominant. Like, why would I want him going away from what makes him dominant if he's not actually good at it? Like, he would have to reach a level as a 3-point shooter that I just don't think he's able to reach. But if he were to, that would be dope. Obviously, that would open up the floor and be crazy. But he hasn't. I think I saw someone say he's taken like a total of 9 threes his entire basketball career, going back to high school or something. If this is a guy who just hasn't shot. Like, those guys usually, you don't all of a sudden see them start shooting high 40s or high 30s from three.
Yeah, he would have to have a Brook Lopez transformation of just being able to pick and pop. Not saying that he can't do it, but I think I would rather him just bully people in the paint. You want to try to shoot, anywhere from 6 to 15 feet, step out. I would let him try to explore that before trying to step out to the 3-point line. Took Andre Drummond several years to, hit those 3-point shots consistently. We saw it in the playoffs this year. Best corner 3-point shooter I've seen in quite some time in the playoffs, man. It's honestly crazy. But
Andre, it probably works for Andre because he's lost. And I love Andre, but he's lost a lot of his athleticism. He's just simply nowhere near the same type of lob threat anymore. He's gotten worse as a finisher. And he's been in the league a very long time. That's not a bad thing. He's had a very long career, but he's just nowhere near as impactful as a roller, as a finisher, even as an offensive rebound putback guy. He's just nowhere near what he was. So it's worth the trade off and be okay, well, if he can shoot 35% from three like that, let's see what he can do. But yeah, look, even Brook Lopez was a crazy good post, mid-range shooter. He had great touch. He always was a good free throw shooter. So that's one of those guys, even another one of those guys that probably could have shot threes if he really wanted to. LaMarcus Aldridge probably could have spread out to the 3-inch threes if he wanted to. Guys like that have exhibited touch. And from mid-range area and from the free throw line, that's fair. Those guys are fair to believe in. Okay, maybe we can actually push them out. I don't think we've been given enough to believe that Duren's one of those guys that's all of a sudden going to shoot threes. But again, if he does it, that'd be, credit to him.
If I see one of those every 5 games, I won't hate it. But if it's just becoming a point where he's just attempting, at least 1 or 2 a game, then I would be yeah, man, I don't really know if I like that personally.
Well, I want to be fair to Duren as well, because I know I've seen some fans do this, and they do this with every NBA player, every NBA community. These guys, I promise you, what you're seeing in these workout videos is not all they're doing. I see what are you working on threes for? You need to be working on, guys. I promise you, he's working on that. It's just everyone. It feels like everyone in the NBA takes time to work on their three because everyone knows how important the three is. But they work out for a long time. They do a long stretch of workouts. It's not just an hour; it's hours of workouts. And just because you saw a few minutes of him or 20 seconds of him shooting threes does not mean he's not working on all the other stuff. Everyone does it. There's a lot more that you're not seeing behind the scenes. These guys are working very hard. I don't think he's ignoring everything else that he maybe needs to work on just so he can shoot threes. That's not what people should be taking away from that.
Yeah, I think the average fan, if they were to go watch these players work out, sometimes they're working out for 7 hours straight.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's I have some family down in the Miami area, the Boca area, and they said that they saw Paul Reed in the morning around 5 a.m, and then they saw him again by a gym at 8 o'clock at night. Guy is just straight in the gym. I was I believe it. These are 1% athletes. It does not surprise me whatsoever that they're down there working out, just putting in the work. To your point, it like the little 60-second 3-point shooting like highlight videos, they're just putting that out to maybe gain some traction,
Yeah.
Get people talking about it. I feel like as Pistons fans, we used to get so hyped with the Ku Khahil runs every year and like overreact like crazy.
I mean, I think the year they won 14 games, they got obliterated in those pickup runs. So like maybe we should have read into it a little bit. I don't think they won. There was one summer where they didn't win a single game at the Ku Khahil. So I remember being and talking. I think it was the year they won 14 games. So maybe we should have read into it a little bit more.
Maybe.